Texas. We all still live in the Temple, Belton area, Temple, Rogers, Collins, you probably know those places. They're really small. But I grew up, and I was a single mom with 6 kids, and we had a really hard time trying to make ends meet and feed each other and stuff like that. And I lived in a kind of a big city. I grew up in Arlington. And the thing is that, being a kid in a big family, kind of in a big city that was really poor, my mom always wanted us to go to good schools, so we got made fun of a lot because we didn't have clothes like them. We didn't have stuff like they did. It was not popular to have free lunch and all that crap or whatever. But, if your mom filled up the paper, then you got the nasty peanut butter sandwich with no jelly. It was gross. Anyway, the thing is that out of all that, we weren't better than anybody else. We're just like anybody else. And the thing is that I should have died a million times. I should have died on accident a bunch of times. I should have died from other people trying to kill me. I should have died from crazy driving. I should have died when I was 16 when I planned to commit suicide. And I was an atheist until then. I was an atheist, and what the heck, if life sucks, what do you have to live for if you're an atheist? It's just about living, So at the time, I didn't want to wake up anymore, and then it was seriously, God chased me down and proved He was real and that He loved me. And a lot of people, there's so many awesome that you guys can cheer for that, because a lot of people don't know what that feels like. They don't know that feeling of God showing up and loving them. And they don't believe God because they've never seen that. All they've seen is crap in their life. Bad things happening. I didn't believe in God when I was 10 years old. I stopped believing because my cousin was beat to death when he was 3, and I didn't understand that. And how could God be loving? But at the same time, He chased me down at 16 years old and said, no matter what you've done, my whole purpose in life was to prove that God didn't exist, and that Christians are naive, and that blah blah blah. I was really a smart alec that didn't know anything actually at 16. But then at the same time, He still, even though I was so against Him, still wanted me to know He loved me and didn't want me to die the next day. So I'm still here. Why God wanted me to stay alive, And so the next day I woke up and I was like, okay, I wasn't supposed to wake up today, so what do you want? What do you want me to do? And day by day, that was how it was. And I had no idea. I didn't believe in this. My mom was a musician, and I thought musician equals poor and no food. So I didn't want to do this at all, because I didn't believe in it. And so here's where we are, and it's an amazing miracle. It doesn't have to do with us being anything better than anybody else. It's just that God is amazing, and He can do that with anybody. So the point is that He was there for us. He was there for us, and everyone in the band has a story of their own. And I'm sure everyone in the audience has their own story and where they're at in their life. But the thing is that, if somebody had told me God loved me, I would have laughed and said, oh, whatever, I don't know my life. But I know that it was important for me to hear anyway, so I'm going to tell you guys, everybody in here, that God really, really loves you. I know it because I feel it in my chest. And He's been there for me, so we want to be there for Him. That's what the song is about. So thank you guys very much. We love you very much. We're thankful to be here.